Which device converts sound energy into electrical energy? Correct option is B. Microphone. The law stating that the orbits of all planets are elliptical with the Sun at one focus is. Correct option is D. Kepler's first law. The pitch of a sound wave is primarily determined by its. Right option is A. Frequency. Which gas is predominantly used for the artificial ripening of green fruits using calcium carbide? Right option is B. Acetylene. What is the chemical name of vitamin B12? Correct option is A. Cyanocobalamin. Which of the following is the largest phylum in the animal kingdom? Correct option is C. Arthropoda. The instrument used to measure the altitude of aircraft is called an. Correct option is C. Altimeter. What is the purest commercial form of iron? Correct option is D. Wrought iron. Who is known as the father of taxonomy? Right option is B. Carl Linnaeus. Which of the following has the highest frequency in the electromagnetic spectrum? Correct option is C. Gamma rays. Monazite sand found in Kerala is a rich source of which radioactive element? Right option is B. Thorium. How many chambers are present in the heart of a fish? Correct option is A. 2. The tendency of a liquid drop to acquire a spherical shape is due to. Correct option is D. Surface tension. Which isotope is commonly used to treat thyroid disorders like goiter? Correct option is C. Iodine 131. The disease pellagra is caused by the prolonged deficiency of. Correct option is B. Vitamin B3. Which substance acts as a moderator in a nuclear reactor to slow down fast neutrons? Correct option is C. Heavy water. In which medium does light travel the slowest? Correct option is D. Diamond. Which gas is the main constituent of liquefied petroleum gas? Right option is B. Butane and propane. The excretory organs in insects like cockroaches are called. Right option is B. Malpighian tubules. The principle of the hydraulic lift is based on. Correct option is A. Pascal's law. The property of a fluid that opposes relative motion between its different layers is called. Correct option is C. Viscosity. Which metal is alloyed with iron and carbon to produce stainless steel? Correct option is B. Chromium and nickel. Who discovered human blood groups? Correct option is D. Karl Landsteiner. What is the SI unit of magnetic field strength or magnetic flux density? Right option is B. Tesla. Which acid is heavily used in standard automotive lead-acid batteries? Correct option is C. Sulfuric acid. The process of reproducing a new plant from leaves occurs naturally in. Right option is A. Bryophyllum. Which rule determines the direction of the magnetic field around a current-carrying straight conductor? Correct option is C. Right-hand thumb rule. What is the primary chemical compound found in bone ash? Correct option is B. Calcium phosphate. Which human disease is caused by a protozoan parasite transmitted by the sandfly? Correct option is C. Kala Azar or black fever. The change of a gas directly into a solid without passing through the liquid state is called. Correct option is B. Deposition. Which type of electromagnetic radiation is utilized in night vision goggles? Right option is A. Infrared rays. What is the process of coating iron with tin to prevent corrosion called? Right option is A. Tinning. Which enzyme found in the human stomach helps in the digestion of milk proteins in infants? Correct option is C. Renin. An object placed at the focus of a concave mirror produces an image at. Correct option is B. Infinity. Which subatomic particle was discovered by J.J. Thomson? Correct option is D. Electron. The total lung capacity of a normal, healthy human adult is approximately. Correct option is C. 5 to 6 liters. What type of energy conversion takes place in a solar cell? Right option is B. Light to electricity. Solder is an alloy composed of which two metals? Right option is C. Lead and tin. Which biological kingdom comprises all prokaryotic or nucleus-lacking organisms? Correct option is C. Monera. If a person is moving away from a stationary siren, the frequency of the sound heard will. Correct option is B. Decrease. Which gas is responsible for the popping a sound when a burning matchstick is brought near it? Correct option is A. Hydrogen. The process of breaking down large fat globules into smaller droplets in the digestive tract is called. Correct option is B. Emulsification. The time period of a simple pendulum depends entirely on its. Right option is C. Length. Elements that have the same mass number but different atomic numbers are called. Correct option is B. Isobars. Which part of the human eye connects the retina to the brain? Right option is D. Optic nerve. The minimum distance of distinct vision for a normal human eye is. Correct option is C. 25 centimeters. What is the most prominent industrial use of the Haber process? Correct option is B. Manufacturing ammonia. The hardest enamel layer covering human teeth is chemically made of. Correct option is A. Calcium hydroxyattate. Which synthetic polymer is commonly known as Teflon? Correct option is D. Polytetrafluoroethylene. What connects the two hemispheres of the human brain? Correct option is C. Corpus callosum. Bernoulli's theorem is based on the conservation of. Correct option is B. Energy. In a chemical reaction, a catalyst functions by. Correct option is C. Lowering the activation energy. Which plant tissue transports water and minerals in an upward direction? Right option is A. Xylem. The image formed by a plane mirror is always. Correct option is C. Virtual, erect, and laterally inverted. Which of the following acts as a primary energy currency of the cell? Correct option is C. ATP. Which alloy is used in aircraft bodies and automobile parts due to its lightness and strength? Correct option is B. Duralumin. The study of the interactions of organisms with their environment is called. Right option is A. Ecology. A transformer works on the principle of. Correct option is B. Mutual induction. The oxidation number of oxygen in most of its compounds is. Correct option is B. -2. The longest muscle in the human body is the. Correct option is A. Sartorius. Which instrument measures the intensity of an earthquake? Correct option is D. Seismograph. Which type of coal has the highest carbon content and burns the cleanest? Right option is D. Anthracite. In human females, which hormone is primarily responsible for secondary sexual characteristics? Correct option is B. Estrogen. The working of an optical fiber is entirely dependent on. Correct option is C. Total internal reflection. What is the standard chemical formula of urea, the first organic compound synthesized in a lab? Right option is A. NH2CO NH2. The process by which an amoeba obtains its food is known as. Right option is B. Phagocytosis. Which physical quantity remains constant for a body in uniform circular motion? Correct option is C. Speed. Cinnabar is the primary ore for which toxic heavy metal? Correct option is C. Mercury. Which gas is responsible for the acidity of acid rain? Right option is B. Sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides. Which disease is characterized by a lack of insulin production or insulin resistance? Correct option is D. Diabetes mellitus. Which type of mirror is used as a shaving mirror or makeup mirror? Correct option is C. Concave mirror. The atomic theory of matter was first proposed scientifically by. Right option is B. John Dalton. Which of the following plant groups is known as the amphibians of the plant kingdom? Right option is B. Bryophyta. Fleming's left-hand rule is used to find the direction of. Correct option is C. Force on a current-carrying conductor. Which process removes permanent hardness from water? Correct option is B. Adding washing soda. In the human respiratory system, the windpipe is scientifically known as the. Correct option is A. Trachea. The specific heat capacity is highest for which of the following substances? Correct option is C. Water. An atom that loses one or more electrons becomes a positively charged ion known as a. Right option is A. Cation. Yeast reproduces asexually through a process called. Right option is D. Budding. Which part of the eye is donated during an eye transplant? Correct option is C. Cornea. What does a rectifier do in an electronic circuit? Correct option is B. Converts AC to DC. The most reactive nonmetal in the periodic table is. Correct option is B. Fluorine. The functional and structural unit of the kidney is the. Correct option is C. Nephron. Acceleration due to gravity is maximum at the. Correct option is B. Poles. The reaction in which heat is absorbed from the surroundings is called an. Right option is B. Endothermic reaction. Which of the following diseases is caused by a virus? Correct option is D. Rabies. The phenomenon where sound waves bend around obstacles is known as. Correct option is C. Diffraction. What is the chemical formula of everyday table sugar or sucrose? Right option is B. C12H22O11. Which blood cells are primarily responsible for the transport of oxygen? Right option is C. Erythrocytes. Which device measures the potential difference between 2 points in a circuit? Correct option is A. Voltmeter. Which gas is known to cause the deadly greenhouse effect? Correct option is C. Carbon dioxide. Animals that can maintain a constant body temperature regardless of the environment are called. Correct option is B. Homeothermic. Sound travels fastest in which of the following mediums? Correct option is D. Steel. Which nonmetal is commonly used in the purification of municipal drinking water? Right option is B. Chlorine. Which part of a plant is a modified stem that stores food underground? Right option is A. Tuba. The rate of change of momentum of an object is directly proportional to the. Correct option is C. Applied unbalanced force. An aqueous solution with a pH of 3 is considered. Right option is D. Strongly acidic. The space between two communicating neurons is called A. Correct option is B. Synapse. The instrument used to measure the humidity of the atmosphere is the. Correct option is A. Hygrometer.